I wish I could make this water come out of here, say like 100 degrees, so then I could just make like a diesel powered hot tub. If anybody out there knows what I could do to use this to make a diesel powered hot tub, that would be awesome. All right, let me show you how good this thing did come packaged and everything that came in the box with this. First off, if you've seen some cardboard boxes, it's definitely a really nice thick cardboard box. They definitely don't want it to show up to your house damaged. I already have some of this stuff open, so there's this box. We got two boxes inside of a box. So we got this box right here. It has another thick cardboard box with some crazy thick foam, and the heater is inside there. It's definitely not going to show up broken. Dang, it's got pretty decent weight to it. This is the first time I've ever really picked it up by itself. This is definitely not like your normal Chinese cheap heater. And then in this other box has all the parts. Really nice, really thick rubber hose to hook up to like your liquid in either your truck or van or bus to like preheat your antifreeze or whatever you're using this for. And then we have a whole bunch more parts here. We have a mounting bracket. Now we have a manual. All the research I've already done on this thing is built awesome. The manual is a really nice manual. Very simple, very easy to read. We got the muffler. Like some of my Chinese ones that I've run, the muffler pretty much just goes straight through. This does not. So it's really probably going to make this quiet. It goes in, down, around. You can see right there. That's really nice. And it looks like it comes with a bunch of different elbows and hose clamps and other little pipes to help connect like the hoses into your car or truck or van. That's what these are before. This is a magnet right here. Think of most everything in there is stainless steel, except for like maybe the little screws on this clamp. The clamp is stainless steel, just the screw is steel. Almost everything in this bag is almost all stainless steel. That's really nice. It has a brushless pump, a brushless motor. Looks like we got some fuel line. Really nice plastic just to kind of protect some of your wires and cables. That's nice and thick too. And they did not spare on anything here. Looks like we got a couple gaskets, a couple more lines for the fuel lines, more hose clamps. What's in that bag? Ooh, even the fuel pump has some good weight to it. I'm not used to having this real nice stuff. Everything I've gotten so far that I put on this channel was Chinese diesel heaters, and everything was kind of cheap. I do really like them. They were fun, but not built nothing like this stuff. This is going to be exciting. I think I'm going to see if I can let this run all day long, if it would bring the temperature of my pool up at all, along with some of my solar water heaters in my pool. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe or watch for that video. It does come with this fuel line in case you would want to use this to hook this into your diesel tank of your car or truck. I'm hoping to use this to stick down inside this diesel tank. It's got like kind of a little filter even on the end. There we go. Yeah, this is the nice color little controller. Dial spins, got a button here, button there. Comes with some 3M tape, little mounting bracket. All the connectors, everything is waterproof too. And you got like even like what I always keep calling like your cold air intake. This is going to be your intake to suck the air in to the heat exchanger. That is even nicer than my like Chinese diesel heaters that I have, my other ones. It's like doubled up. You can see that there. There's like two pipes in one. And then this is the other part of the exhaust. All right, I got this all hooked up. I have I think this here is the intake. Then the water comes back out of here. But then I got my fuel line hooked up. I got my pump mounted at like a 45-degree angle. Just make sure there's an arrow on that pump point. You want that arrow to point toward your heater. Got the exhaust hooked up. All the plugs. I got one left over, and I'm not really 100% sure what that plug goes to. There must be something else you can hook up to this. I use this metal fuel line just to go down into my tank because, like I said, I think I'm going to try to put this on my pool and run like 5 gallons of diesel through it, and just with my solar heater on my pool, and I have another solar heater, and see how hot I can get my pool with 2 solar heaters and this thing running, because this is only 5 kilowatt. They actually have a 10 kilowatt heater just like this, but definitely going to be a little bigger, going to put out a lot more power. Was not too very hard to hook up. Just watch some of the hose clamps, the smaller ones. There's actually 2 different size smaller hose clamps, so watch that. All the plugs were pretty much self-explanatory. Really, let's see if this thing fires up. And right down here I have about 5 gallons of water, so we're going to see how fast I heat this 5 gallons of water up. I just checked this with this thermometer. This is right about 70 degrees. It came out to 69.9. It was going between 69.9 to 70. So, all right, here is the screen. Now, if I remember correctly, by reading some of the directions, I think I just hold this to turn it on. There we go. I held the top button in. Now it's on. Let's see if it primes itself, because there is a super prime too, if you want to like prime it faster. The fuel pump just kicked on. Take a good second. Make sure you don't run this like inside. Like I have my garage door wide open, my back door wide open, and have a fan on in here, so it should blow all the exhaust right out. I'm not going to start my timer until this thing actually gets lit up and I see that it's sucking water in there. Starting to see fuel there. Look at that. There's some fuel coming through, so it's getting there. Oh yeah, there you go. It's getting solid now. That's good. That's good. There we go. Looks like it lit off. It just blew out a little bit of smoke out that exhaust. At least it's going right out my door. Sweet. Aha. Showing 90 degrees already. 94, 95, 103. That smoke, I would think, once this heats all up, that should clear up too. All right, now the water's flowing. You can see the water flowing in my bucket here. It's pretty much getting close to up to temperature now. Still smoking a little bit. I think it's just because it's brand new. Maybe I need to tighten that one little hose clamp. That water, yeah, it's definitely warming up. Let's see what this tube looks like. Well, the water coming out right now must be around 86 degrees. About 81, 82 degrees. That heat exchanger looks like it's about 120, 124. The outlet where the water comes out looks like it's about 82. Get that inlet. And I do got my stopwatch started. It's been running since that water started moving about 2.5 minutes. Wish I could get this to sit in there. All right, now I started this water at about 70 degrees, so see if it come up at all in like 3 minutes. Well, and right there, 3 minutes. It's showing 93 degrees. See what if I put it right by the outlet. That's hot. 99 degrees, 101, 104, 105, 106, 7, 8, 9, 10, 111. That's only been 4 minutes. Whew, that's crazy. It's really not that loud. It's really quiet. I mean, you guys can hear it running there, but another nice thing you can do on this is this has a low voltage cutoff. So if you would hook this up to like a 12-volt battery and you wanted to set this so it would shut off before your battery completely dies, you can set it on here. It's hot.
Hey, what is it?
Holy buckets, look at that. That's 7 minutes. Holy crap, check it out now. It's only been 7 minutes and 13 seconds. This water is, hang on, it's 112, 115, 17, 19, 21, 22. Hopefully this doesn't melt my bucket. 124, about 129 so far. That's crazy. I wish I could make this water come out of here, say like 100 degrees, so then I could just make like a diesel powered hot tub. If anybody out there knows what I could do to use this to make a diesel powered hot tub, that would be awesome. Like I feel like I have to make it kick on and off somehow. There's 131 degrees. I don't know how I would do that. Something would have to be in the water to sense that it's 100 degrees, and then it would have to shut that off. Or like maybe heat it up to like 105 degrees, then shut that off. And when it got down to 98 degrees, it would turn it back on. I'm gonna check that again here in a couple more minutes. Yeah, another nice thing I did notice when looking over this is you can see there's little green marks all over this heater where they must have done like inspections on it. Like somebody was probably inspecting all the different little torque settings on all these different little screws and nuts and bolts. It says right here on the top and on the box there, their company's called HLN Enterprises. And like I said, they do have offices here in the United States. So if you need any kind of customer support, it should be real easy for you here in the U.S. to get a hold of somebody that's going to speak English and help you out if you have any questions on this. I'm going to have links to this down in my description. I'll have their website down in the description. Anything I can put down in my description to help you guys out with this in case you really want to check one of these out, you can. It's definitely not as cheap as one of the cheap Chinese diesel heaters, but something like this, you'll be able to get different parts for it. I don't know, I'm going to figure out how to make a diesel-powered hot tub. Let's see what we got now. Now it's been 12 minutes. It just started slowing down, so it must be at the maximum temperature. And it is at 159, 160. It's like we're at about 161 degrees. Let me show you. 162 there. 162.6, 162.9. I don't want to put my finger in there, it's going to burn me. 163. Looks like my Harbor Freight bucket's going to hold up. That's a little bit too hot for a hot tub. And that took, oh, I forgot to stop this. I'd say about 13 minutes. It took between 13 to 14 minutes to heat it up to that temperature. Still showing 165, 166. So in about 13 minutes, it's at over 160 degrees. Now she's really slowing down. I wonder if it's still, oh, it's got to still be pumping. My water's still moving. I just started my stopwatch again. I want to see kind of how long it's going to take till that kicks back on. Oh, it's starting to ramp back up right now. I guess it's going to try to keep it right at that 160 degree temperature. One thing this does not come with is if you wanted to try to use it somehow like I'm using it, I have this box right here. This is a little AC to DC converter. so I could plug this into my 110. It completely shut off. The water though temperature is reading 163 degrees. I'm thinking it's still pumping, so I think it's gonna kick back on when that temperature gets down to a certain temperature. So that's kind of cool. So I guess if you would use this in like your van or your truck or wherever you're using this, it would definitely be energy efficient and not use that much diesel, because it's not going to keep running and running and running and running. It only runs how long it needs to run to keep the liquid that it's heating up to that right around that 155, 160 degrees Fahrenheit temperature. I'll get back with you here when that kicks back on, and I'll let you know how low a temperature it brought it down to before it kicked back on. All right, with this 5 gallons of water, it's been now about 10 minutes. And it didn't turn back on yet. Let's see the water temperature. It's still reading 160 degrees. Probably because it keeps pumping it. It's still going through there. I think it's going to take a good while before it kicks back on, because it's got to cool that all down. And the hot water's so hot, it's just running through there, so it's going to take a good while. I feel like it would be the same way if you left this run, say in like your truck, your big rig truck, or like if you had a camper van, or if you had like a camper bus, or you had a bus. Because I don't know how much antifreeze something like that holds, but it can't be too much different than 5 gallons. If anything, it's less. And it's just going to keep running it through them pipes. Yeah, it's like 160 degrees still, but it's not running. We could sit here for a while. I'll let you know how long it runs like that. That's kind of crazy. All right, that's been about 41 minutes, and it just kicked back on. So it let the temperature get down to, let me show you. Like this is kind of approximate. I think I just checked it like a couple minutes ago. I think it let it get down to close to about 140. 139. Yeah, see, 140. 140.9. So it looks like it lets it drop, say, I'm going to guess like 20 degrees, and then it kicks back on. There it goes. Now it's going to probably go right back up to that 160. Well, that's pretty dang cool. But that will shut off, let the temperature cool down, I'm going to guess like 20 degrees, and then it kicks back on. And I'm sure it's going to heat it right back up to that right around that 160 degrees, and then it's probably going to kick off again. So that would make this thing very, very energy efficient. It probably wouldn't use too much fuel at all. Now, if it was like 10 degrees out, it would cool down a lot quicker. Because right now it's not 10 degrees out. I don't know, what is it? It's like 70 degrees here in my garage. So, I don't know. Well, that's about it for this video. Like I said, I'm going to have all them links down in my description. And I do plan on trying to do something else a little bit crazy with this. So if you want to hit that subscribe button to see what I do with this thing, hit that bell, and we'll see what happens here. Maybe in the next, let's hope in another couple weeks, maybe a month, I'll have another video on this out. So thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Even if you just want to comment down there, what do you think I could do with this? Or if you guys out there know how I could keep that water at right around 100 degrees, let me know. What do I have to do to keep that water at 100 degrees? Because I can't get in 160 degree water. Hopefully I get somebody out there that can answer and it's not too difficult. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, help support this channel. God bless and have a great day.